there, welcome to my channel. If you're just getting started with digital planning, you've probably noticed there's a ton of tutorials out there on how to use an iPad with the GoodNotes app for digital planning. I'll be honest, all of my tutorials so far have used GoodNotes as well, since that's the app I started digital planning with. But I do want to assure you that digital planning is not just for iPad users. If you've got an Android tablet, there's several apps out there that are great for digital planning. The tablet I have here is the Samsung S7 FE tablet, and I'm going to show you the Xodo app, spelled Xodo. This app is a PDF annotation app, very similar to GoodNotes, and it works very well for digital planning. There's a free version and a pro version, but as I've been playing around in it, I haven't actually found a reason to upgrade to the pro version. It seems to have everything I need in the free version. So the first thing you want to do is pull in your digital planner or your digital notepad or notebook. You're going to go to the Files tab, and from there go to your System Files, and then just pull in the planner you want to use. I've already pulled in my planner, so I'm going to go to my Home tab and select it from there. The key functionality of digital planning is the ability to use hyperlinks and a stylus. So the stylus I'm using here is the S Pen that came with my tablet. There's other styluses that are probably way cuter that you can also use. But getting hyperlinks to work in the Xodo app took me a little bit to finally figure it out. So I want to start there. Select the three dots at the right, go to Settings and then App Settings. Settings again, and then you're going to go to the stylus option. Make sure this stylus's pen option is off. If you leave it on, what's going to happen is that anytime you try to click a hyperlink, your stylus is going to write as a pen and it's not going to navigate appropriately. So as long as this is off, your hyperlink should work just fine. So once you have that set up, go ahead, open up your planner. There's a couple different views at the top left of Xodo that you can choose. There's annotate, draw, fill in sign, so on and so forth. A lot of these have very similar tools. For example, the annotate tab has, different pens, the eraser, that sort of thing. The draw tab focuses really on the pens and shapes. The insert tab has some cool functions. I'm actually going to go over a couple of things on that tab. For the most part, your annotate tab is going to have the bulk of what you want to use. So quick walkthrough. First of all, you can change the order of your tools up here by selecting this menu right here and just hold it down and move it around. So you can put that wherever you want. So if you have tools that you use more often, feel free to put them at the front. The first tool I have over here is the pen tool. As you can see, there's 4 options, so you can create 4 presets for your pens. And within those presets, you can change the color, you can make it thicker, thinner, you can change the opacity of it if you want to make it more transparent. And then you can add pressure. So if you want to allow the pen to be thicker when you put more pressure on it, you can do that as well. And then all you need to do is just start writing. The next tool is a lasso tool, and you'll see there's a circle one and a square one. They both function the same way, but the circle one allows you to freeform draw, and then the square one just automatically creates a square. The pop-up menu is the same. You can change the color, add a notation, you can copy it, you can resize it, and then you can also delete it. The next tool is a highlighting tool for text. Now this is specifically for text that's already on the page. If you add text, this tool doesn't work. So if you wanted to highlight the day of the week, you could do that here. You've got a highlighting tool. Again, you have 4 presets, so you can choose the thickness and the transparency level of those. And then you can highlight anything you want to highlight. You can change the color of this within this palette as well. This is the text underline tool. Same properties apply. You can use this for text that's already on the page. It will not work for text that you add to the page. This is the text option you can use to add text to the page. If you're like me and you don't really like your handwriting, you can create text as well. One thing to note with this text functionality is that you need to make sure you have the right size before you start adding the text, because it doesn't let you resize it, or at least it doesn't work well to resize it after you've already got the text in there. So make sure you have the size you want, and then you can either use this little pop-out box, or you can just start writing here. And it will convert your handwriting to text. Now, as you can see, if you have sloppy handwriting like me, doesn't always recognize what you're trying to say when you handwrite it out. So just a note there. This next tool is the text strikeout tool. And again, this is for use on text already on the page if you wanted to cross something out. You've got the text underline tool that'll give you a squiggly underline on existing text. You have the sticky note tool, which will add a sticky note to your page. And you can choose, over here you can see your options. You can choose a little conversation box, you can choose a star, checkbox, X mark, whichever one you like. You can change the color of it, transparency, and then there's some additional icons here that you can replace it with. And when you have one selected, just click on your page. You can write your note. Save it, and then when you click on it again, it'll pull it up and show you your note. You've got an eraser that you can use to erase your pretty much everything on here. This item is a call out tool, so you can add, it's very similar to a notepad. Can move it around, and it'll have a box with an arrow, and you can change the colors, you can change the text type, the text color, all of that. This is the Smart Pen tool. This is a pro feature, so I'm not familiar with the functionality since I have the free version. Again, like I said, I think you can do pretty much everything within the free version, but if any of you decide to upgrade to the pro version, let me know if you think this Smart Pen tool is worth it. So one key thing to remember, that your stylus will only work with hyperlinks when you don't have one of these tools selected. So anytime you have one of these tools selected, it's going to perform the functionality of that tool. So right now I've got the highlighter selected. If I try to click on a hyperlink, it's just going to highlight. So just make sure that you've got everything unselected. So you can see there's little gray boxes around them when you've got them selected. Once you unselect it, it will let you use the hyperlinks. And I'll be honest, that's something I always forget to do. I always have these selected and then I can't get my hyperlinks to work. So just remember that piece, you'll be fine. The next item I wanted to walk through here was the insert view. So this is the view you can use if you want to add an image. So when you have your digital stickers or sticky notes or anything like that, if you click on this and then click anywhere on the page, it will open up your source, and you can choose from files, photos, wherever it is you have your stickers or images, and then you can just pull them in that way. You can also actually do this on any of the views. So for example, if you're on the annotate view and you want to pull in an image, if you press onto a blank non-hyperlinked spot, again, making sure that all of your tools are unselected, it will pull up this little pop-up toolbar, and you can see you can get the image from that as well. So one of the cool things on this insert view is there's actually a way that you can add hyperlinks. So if you wanted to capture some websites that you wanted to remember for later, you could absolutely do that within your planner, which is pretty cool. You can add attachments, and this is kind of cool. So if you wanted to add an audio reminder for a task, you can do that here. So you can change the color, of course. You can even change, let's see here. You can change the color. It looks like the style remains the same. But there's 4 presets you can use. So what you do is click on a blank spot on your planner, and you can see here it brings up a little recording. Hit the little red dot. Recording in progress. Hit the check mark to save. And then as you can see, you've got a little recording here. And when you open it and hit the play button from this pop-up menu, recording in progress, you can see it recorded. So I just thought that was kind of neat. Something I don't know that I would use that often, but just kind of a neat little thing to play around with. So as you can see, digital planning is absolutely something you can do as an Android user. All you need is an Android tablet, a stylus, and a PDF annotation app like Xodo, and you're ready to go. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. I actually plan on looking at some additional annotation apps for Android, and I'm hopefully going to get some of those tutorials out for you soon. In the meantime, happy planning.